Hi, this is something to talk about from the Bainbridge Island Senior Community Center. And we're going to be talking a little bit about Partners in Health at Bainbridge High School today. I want to thank Fieldstone Communities of Bainbridge Island, which sponsors something to talk about. They offer assisted and independent living and memory care located on their tranquil Rolling Bay campus up by Bay Hay and Feed. They also have day stay and respite care programs. To learn more, call 206-594-1010. And we always make a point of acknowledging that we are meeting on the ancestral homelands of the Puget Sound Coast Salish people, specifically the Suquamish tribe, the people of the clear salt water. They've lived on these waters and along these lands since time immemorial, and we are grateful and eager to continue to learn from their stewardship. So with us today are Sophia and Saya, and I want to thank you guys. I know that this is in the middle of your work day at school, so I really appreciate you taking a little time out to tell us a little bit about um, the Partners in Health group, which has been active at the high school for few years.
Yeah, it has been. I think it was founded 4 years ago.
So tell us a little bit about what the group does and what your interests are in global health. I'm not hearing Saya for some reason.
Let's see. Better.
Much.
Okay, perfect. So we are a youth chapter of the global nonprofit Partners in Health, which works in 11 countries worldwide. And their goal is basically to make healthcare universally accessible. Right now, only around 50% of the world's population has access to like essential forms of healthcare, and that disproportionately affects like low income countries. So this year, our focus is the Western African country, Sierra Leone, and they have a very high maternal mortality rate. So around 120 women there face like a lifetime risk of death during pregnancy, which is around like 40 times higher than in developed countries like the United States. So it's a really grave problem. So there's a PIH has built a maternal hospital there called the Maternal Center of Excellence, which is really cool because it's both a hospital and like an education center for like the new generation of Sierra Leonean medical doctors there. Um, and yeah, so that's our project this year that we're very excited about. And Sophia will tell you a little bit about our fundraising event that we're going to be doing to support that hospital.
Okay, so before you do that, I just wanted to ask a little bit about, so you've had different programs. I know that a couple of years ago you did a fashion show, and that was, I think, to help in Rwanda. Do you each year take a focus and tell me a little bit how that works?
Yeah, so every year PIH has like a new focus, but they're like usually around the same central projects. So last year we were fundraising for the University of Global Health Equity, which was a university in Rwanda. And then we're returning to the Maternal Center of Excellence, which we've fundraised for the year before that. So there's just a few central projects that we like cycle through basically.
There are a number of folks, kids who are active, young people who are active in this through the course of their high school. Do you have colleagues, friends you've been working with for a while on these projects?
Yeah, we have a really great team here at the high school with about like 15 to 20 members throughout the year. And a lot of them have been with us since like freshman year. So we'll do like 4 years with the same group of people. So yeah, we have a really good team at the high school going.
Thank you. Saya and Sophia, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the fundraising program for this year coming up, I guess, in March.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, this year we're fundraising for the maternal hospital in Sierra Leone. And we decided to, instead of our fashion fundraiser that we've been doing the past 2 years, we're going to shift it towards a poetry and art themed fundraiser. So it's going to be at BIMA on March 23rd. And we are working with the Bainbridge Island Poet Laureate program on the island, as well as Barn, especially with Michelle Bombardier. And we've also hired Roberto Ascalon, who's a local, like, award-winning spoken word poet from Seattle, to come over and give a presentation or not a presentation, but perform at our fundraiser. And he's also having a student poet workshop, which is awesome for high school students who want to get into writing poetry, and they have a chance to also perform on stage and do a piece. So that's going to be really great. We also have a lot of talented art students at the high school getting involved and donating pieces of their arts. And we've been advertising, working with local businesses around the island as well.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great, and it sounds like it's an interesting way to marry creativity of another kind with the idea of spreading the love around the world. Sheila, do you have a question or comment?
I do. Both of you answer this, if you will. What brought you to wanting to be involved with PIH?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think that it's a really great program that we have at the high school, or it's a group that's at the high school that are actually, I guess, getting like results. I think I was in a lot of other clubs, and this one we seemed like we're actually raising real money, and it's very more like focused and centered. And I also do think that their cause is really great, making healthcare accessible for everyone globally. And I just think that's really great cause to be working for. So do you want to come to me? Freshman year, and
Come in.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, it took a minute for you to come in there. So go ahead.
I said that I've been in this club since freshman year. I don't know what initially attracted me was just like that everyone really like believes that health is a human right. And even though it sounds like a simple thing to say, like it's not something that's been realized. So it's been really nice to just like be surrounded by people who believe that and want to put work towards making that happen. So yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Health is a human right. Yes. Barbara, do you have a comment or question?
Not yet. I'm really looking forward to this program in March. And I know that a bunch of the other poets who participate in the open mics and in Amanda's poetry. So I just think that what you guys are doing is really wonderful. And your goals are ambitious. I think Michelle said last week that you were planning or hoping to raise $10,000, which is a big ask, but I hope you get there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's an ambitious goal, but I think that we can make it happen.
So it sounds like Michelle Bombardier was talking with the Poetry Surprise Group, which is a group that meets online through the Senior Community Center on Fridays. So it sounds like you've got some natural supporters there, and I hope that we also are drumming up a little more support for you as well. Yeah, I'd like what you said, Sophia, about the idea of getting involved in a project that feels like it's really making a difference, that you can actually feel like your hard work and meeting makes a difference for somebody else in the world. And I'm guessing you're also learning a lot about different places on the globe because you're focusing on, what's going on in Rwanda or the issues of maternal mortality in somewhere like Sierra Leone. And that's got to be eye-opening, if nothing else.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely been awesome journey, I guess, with the club, and it's really great because Partners in Health, instead of being like a crisis organization where when something happens and you go in and you help out for a while and then they're stable and they leave, like Partners in Health really actually sets up programs and organizations and buildings, and they work with the government there as well, and they like stay there, like they don't ever leave. So these hospitals and these education and university centers are going to be there like and being funded, and that's why it's important that we need like more funds to continue these programs. And I think that's really awesome. Right now they have 11 places in the world. They're in 11 countries with organizations set up. I think that's really cool.
As I know that I read Mountains Beyond Mountains, the book that Tracy Kidder wrote about the beginnings of Partners in Health, focused, I think at that time, primarily in Haiti, and then some work in Cuba and Africa, I think too, but mostly Haiti in that book. And the idea of a few individuals looking at long-term changes in health as a human right made a real difference in our world, and obviously the work continues.
Yeah.
So repeat for us again when the poetry presentation is.
Yeah, for sure. It's at BEMA and it's on March 23rd from 2 to 4. And the doors open at 1:30. And I think we've sent along, we will, the information to get tickets.
Okay.
Is there a admission fee or donation or what
Yeah,
is
so
it?
yeah, how that works is we're having tickets priced by donation, so you can decide how much you'd like to donate for your ticket. We recommend around $15, but people have been donating more or less depending on just, I mean, every dollar is great, so we'll accept pretty much anything.
So how much did you say?
Recommended is $15.
15? 1-5?
Yeah.
1-5. There you go. And obviously, the more the merrier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you both for taking the time to talk to us today and giving us a heads up. And we'll let folks here at the Senior Community Center and throughout the community know more about it as time gets closer. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, there's a link to the Engage chapter at the high school's website in the description box down below.
Oh, okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Have a
Glad
great
to
day.
see you.